When it comes to romance, guys usually look for a cute girl with a nice personality and a kind heart. In this video, we will talk about 10 of those instances where a cute, kind-hearted girl, who also happens to be rich, ends up falling for the poverty-ridden protagonist. So before we start, be sure to subscribe to our channel and press on that bell icon, as it is all to be notified about our latest videos. Coming in at number 10, we have White Album. This anime might seem for the inexperienced weebs as shallow and lacks any depth, when in reality, it's very complicated and looks can easily be deceiving. Yuki is an idol in the making with all the lights shining on her, and a promising future waiting to be grabbed. On the other hand, her boyfriend Toya is a conniving, cheating piece of shit that doesn't deserve the love Yuki shows him. And just because she is busy with her career, Toya finds it as an excuse to act like a dog in heat and cheat on her with the first girl he meets, the first 6 to be exact. The anime has nice art and has amazing Seiyu award-winning songs, as well as the depth and sub-development to its characters. The story is played very well, and the events that happened can really affect the audience emotionally. Most made you grief, rage, or angry, but that's the point of this series. This was not meant to be one of those happy-go-lucky anime in the first place. My only problem with the anime is that Toya didn't get run over by Truck-kun yet. Fucking cheater. Coming in at number 9, we have Ladies vs. Butlers. Welcome to Ecchi and Boob Simulator, as this is all the anime is about. Hino, after losing his parents, is adopted by his uncle and sent off to a school to learn how to become a butler. The rich girl that falls for him in question is the elegant and ravishing Selnia Lori Flameheart. In a school, and a harem consisting of every type of girl anyone can easily figure out where this is headed, the characters barely have any personality to themselves, and Hino is the typical clueless generic loser that comes along with every harem anime in history. But the one redeeming factor about this anime is that there are lots and lots of bare boobies and gluteus maximuses. What they lack in plot, they make up for in fan service. For the lonely and thirsty males that can't get a girlfriend because they want to marry a 2D girl. If you're looking for good character development and a plot, then this anime isn't for you. This anime is all about the boobies and the gluteus maximuses of a lot of sexy girls, and even more fan service than a single weeb can handle. Coming in at number 8, we have Princess Lover. Could we get a more obvious name? Teppei Arima finds himself with no parents after they pass away in an accident. And I swear, some anime genres are allergic to parents. Teppei, being born and raised in a mediocre household, is taken in by his grandfather that spoils him and prepares to live a life of royalty with the trillions of dollars in his possession. And Arima, being his only living heir, Arima is then sent off to a school where he meets Charlotte and falls for her almost instantly and seems to spend most of his time with her. Which begs the question, why was this even a harem anime when Arima isn't showing interest in any of the girls as he does with Charlotte? The anime tries to be a harem by commentating with a lot of booby shots that are sometimes so pointless and unnecessary. But hey, it's boobies. In my professional opinion, who am I to say no to that? The anime is a lot of fun to watch and has some heartwarming romantic scenes as well, so I do recommend to give it a shot. Who knows? It just might be the type of entertainment and fun you guys needed. Coming in at number 7, we have Karin. Okay, so we all agree that we know what vampires are and how numerous those kinds are. However, never ever in my whole life did I hear about a vampire that creates a lot of blood so excess, if it's not released, fountains of blood come streaming down from her nose. This is the weird case of Karin and an irregular vampire among her normal dysfunctional vampire family. Instead of her extracting blood from her victims, Karin needs to inject them with the excess blood she secretes, or else things get a little messy. Like, really messy. Yeah. Hiding her vampiric identity becomes even more challenging when Usui, the love interest, is introduced into the mix. Usui, being a typical depressed and loner type of student, is attracted to Karin by a series of unfortunate events. As a vampire, she can't resist the urge to taste his blood, which begs the plot hole of why she doesn't do it, ever. She won't kill him, and she will only inject him with her blood, so what's the big deal? The anime is funny and comedic in nature, though it could have been better use of some more scenes and could have refined them to be a little bit funny. The progression of the story might appear slow at first, but it kicks off and continues in a generally good pace. The characters are also fun and well written too, so be sure to check this one out. Coming in at number 6, we have arte. It's not the easiest feat to become an artiste in the 16th century, especially for a noblewoman. After the death of her father, the only supporter for her dream, Arte becomes at the mercy of her mother, that tries to coerce her into marrying a nobleman. Arte takes the decisive decision to follow her dream and leave her nobility and title behind. Trying to find an artisan to tutor her instead, however, she stumbles upon Leo, a renowned artisan that takes her in only to prove to her that she can't be an artist. The anime has an okay story with some development for the characters and some funny scenes here and there. The art is also decent, though it takes a dive in some scenes, which is ironic since it's an anime about art. Overall, it's a good watch. Not that memorable, it's just okay and serves more as a shoujo for the girls to enjoy than a normal genre. Coming in at number 5, we have the Quintessential Quintuplets. Uesugi Futaro, the ace of his class, is as smart and hardworking as they come. One problem though, he is poor as hell. He can't even afford a takeaway meal. Circumstances lead him to become the private tutor of 5 quintuplets that are all failing in their classes. Itsuki, the prideful one, was the most troublesome sister of the bunch. Personality aside, she is also a glutton and holds grudges easily, which makes it even harder to communicate with her. Nino is cold and blunt on the outside, but has a sweet side if you dig deep enough. She finds it her purpose to protect her sisters and safeguard them. Ichika, the eldest one of the girls, and leader of the group, seems as lazy and sloppy as they get, when in actuality, she is trying her hardest. She's easily the most straightforward of the sisters, and enjoys teasing everyone around her. Yotsuba is an active, cheerful, and easygoing girl. She talks a bit loud, is spontaneous, and sometimes in an absent-minded manner. She is the type of person who can't say no to people who need help, and is mostly seen helping others. And last but not least, we come to Miku, the timid and silent type of the sisters, with her headphones always resting on her shoulders. She seems distant, but when it comes to Japanese history, she is the most enthusiastic person ever, and knows even more than historians themselves. The anime might seem like a harem, but it concentrates way more on the personality of the characters and their insecurities, and how they are fleshed out whilst progressing through the plot. The anime art style is unique and cool looking. The sisters, each with a special design and uniqueness too. And with the girls growing ever closer to their tutor, one of them is bound to end up with him eventually. Who they end up with, we may never know. Just look over the fact that in Season 1 and Season 2, they completely changed the makeover of our main character. Coming in at number 4, we have Kono Oto Tomare. Okay, so let's get this one out of the way first. The dominant atmosphere in the anime isn't one for romance, though there are the occasional scenes between the school's delinquent Chika and the Kota prodigy Satoa, enforced by the fact that those two are troubled kids and tend to hide their emotions under a facade of not caring and a stuck-up attitude to go along with it. The moments they drop their guard and show their true feelings are more appreciated and meaningful. This anime is about a group of friends trying their best to keep a tradition, Koto, and aiming for the nationals. It is a fun journey and is enjoyable to watch the characters develop and learn to reveal more of their true selves. The anime has a good rating overall and a good story to go with it, as well as a second season to continue their journey into the nationals. Coming in at number 3, we have Fly Me to the Moon. If you like vanilla, heartwarming romance with the no bullshit and drama to come with it, then this anime is yours truly. It was love at first sight after Nasa Yuzaki witnessed the most beautiful girl across the street from him. In the heat of the moment, he crosses the street without noticing the Isekai Express speeding down towards him. After Yuzuki's intervention and barely saving him, Nasa mustered his remaining strength and confesses his love to her. She accepts on one condition, which is marriage. Nasa accepts this as well, and faints, affected by his wounds. Waking up and finding the girl of his dreams is gone, he starts to search for her by any means necessary, but with no avail. This anime is the definition of wholesome and heartwarming. It is also episodic in its nature, so if you're looking for a progressive story, this show isn't for you. The daily life of the married couple is also nice to watch and interesting to say the least. It comes without reason that this anime is dedicated for the female weebs, with a lot of shoujo vibes in it, but it is an enjoyable watch overall. Coming in at number 2, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. This is one of the most misleading titles in anime history. Whether you look at the name or the cover image of the anime, at first, it will appear as a normal anime about a girl in a bunny suit. But the thing you can't expect to see in such an anime is quantum physics and existential laws of physics taking place. This is a story of a world where teens get afflicted by a rare disease named adolescent syndrome. Supernatural in its nature, it always comes in different types depending on the person. During a fateful meeting, Sakuta finds Mai walking around the library in a bunny suit, but to his surprise, no one was able to notice her but him. Realizing that they come to the deduction that she was afflicted by the adolescent syndrome, Mai and Sakuta are so perfect to each other and share an undeniable chemistry between one another. Their love relation also develops throughout the episodes in a smooth manner, with some cliches albeit, but still fun all the same. The art in this anime is somewhat reminiscent to Bungo Stray Dogs in its unique style and lighting. This anime is a bit overrated, but in my humble opinion, it will change the shape of the whole subgenre forever. And coming in at number 1, we have Kaguya-sama, Love is War. I bet you all saw this coming and that it had to be on this list. Kaguya is established from the get-go that her family is rich as fuck. Miyuki Shirogane and Kaguya Shinomiya engage in a psychological war of the fittest, and in this case, the smartest, with the losing conditions being a love confession to the winner. Shirogane and Kaguya are as stubborn as an ox with egos more inflated than a hot air balloon. A deadly combination if you ask me. Add to the fact that they are crazy smart and resourceful. The warfare that they engage in is the equivalence of the one in Death Note when it comes to planning and executing the plan they have in mind. Kaguya-sama's main appeal is cringeworthy teasing and attempting to coerce the other side into confession by any means necessary. Albeit with the stakes raised so high you may think a premise as simple as this would grow tiresome, still, it continues to raise the stakes even higher, surprising the audience at how far they can go. Although, there are some scenes where the cast drop their guard and put on display their true feelings, a confession doesn't seem to be any closer at this point, especially since there is a season 2 of the series. And with that, we conclude our video. We hope you enjoyed it, as we enjoyed preparing it for you. And remember to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to get notifications of our latest content. Also, write down in the comments below which subject you want to see next in our videos. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.